Alright, it's springtime here in Kansas, and weather's not terrible today. It's about time for me to get this thing down off of its casters, get it back on the road. I've got some stuff planned. Let's take a look inside here. Alright, first of all, I don't know if any of you guys watch Bum Barrel Bus's videos, but he was just posted one about where your flywheel stops. Check it out. Right there, 90 degrees. Okay, anyway, some of the things that I need to do. It's about time to do an oil change. I've got to do an oil change, filter. I've always been kind of upset with my timing. I need to do a little bit of timing. What else is going on in here? I think my air-fuel ratios are decent. I don't need to do anything there. In general, it's running pretty well. I don't know if you've seen my hand. I've got a little piece of metal right here. This is going to go into the motor. Let's see, I don't know if you can see those numbers. Yes, you can. Alright, why don't you take a look at those numbers and then see if you can figure out what it is that I'm going to do with this metal bar. There is something that plagues these motors, and that is that they're, well, an economy motor. So Volkswagen built them with the cheapest stuff they could possibly come up with, and as a result of some of the cheapest things that they came up with, they left certain little tidbits, little ways that you could improve upon the system, kind of on the table. And you know, the typical Volkswagen guy, like, well, you know, like Bob Hoover, who doesn't actually understand how the motor works, is going to leave this stuff on the table rather than picking it up. Well, I happen to pick it up. Not super pricey, but it's got to be worked on. Obviously, a steel bar like this, actually it's not steel, it's just a metal bar, it's going to have its look changed. So it's not going into the motor in this form, so I've got to change it a little bit. What else am I going to do? I'm not real happy with the way the paint looks down here. I might scrape some of this paint off and throw something on there that looks a little bit better. I've got a hole in my one of the pipes down in that area over there. I might want to fix that up because I'm a big fan of quiet. I don't like buzzing down the road with a bunch of noise. Smooth as butter. One of my buddies got in there and said, "Oh, it's like butter." Yeah, it is like butter when it doesn't have holes in the exhaust system. So anyway, let's go upstairs. I've got a few other things. I think I'm going to pull the motor. I want to do a little something with the oil cooling. It's too cool in the fall, and it gets a little bit too hot in the summertime. I mean, it's totally acceptable. It's within the range that you might like with a stock motor, but I'd like it to be a little bit cooler in the summer. And I think I can get it if I modify the system a little bit. But I need to do an Amazon purchase, so let's go take a look at some of the things I'm going to pick up here in just a few days. And here we are at the Amazon ordering, oh, what do they call it? My basket. Anyway, top of the pile is the MP. So I think last time I did a clone, I thought I would do a clone of the original rather than a clone of the clone. Looks like they're about ready to run out. Only one left. I better get going on this thing. Here's the oil thermostat that I'm going to throw on the car. Fluid control. It's a reasonable price. I think there's some Chinese ones out there that are less, but I didn't want to take a chance. And of course, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, so I got to have 4 of these guys right here to plug up the holes. And then you've got to have hose adapters. 4 more hose adapters. And again, I could have gone Chinese on these guys right here and saved about maybe $2 or $3 on these. $11 versus $9. I think these are Chinese over here. But I just decided, hey, you know, the Chinese competition has been great for the price of the Russell products. It's really driven them down. So, hey, I'm going to stick with the, I think this is an American type brand. But anyway, ignition and oil control. And yeah, that's what's coming up.